Hello students. We have done two composition before, right? Descriptive and narrative composition. Now today we are going to discuss directed writing, and you're quite familiar with the question paper pattern. That it's a compulsory one you have to attempt, and it's of 20 marks. Now there are various kinds of directed writing, that is newspaper report writing, article, speech, book review, film review, cultural program review, and personal profile. But today we are going to discuss newspaper report writing in detail. Now, what is this directed writing all about? In directed writing, there are directions given, situations given, points given. Where on basis of those points, you have to write a composition. So it has to be in two or three paragraphs, right? So there are points given. You have to amplify those points. You have to rearrange those things, expand those points, write it into sentences. Now, very important thing is that the points that are given in report writing, you cannot miss those points because it has marks and you cannot just miss it. You have to touch all the points and you have to write it. You have to expand them. Just giving mentioning those points in the report writing is not sufficient. You have to expand them. You have to talk about that. You have to write about that in a report writing. So report writing, as we all know, it's very essential because the moment you are out from the school, you are working in any organization or institution, maybe you need to report certain incident or events that is taking place. So you must know that how you're going to write a report writing in correct format, what are the languages that you're going to use it very effectively, how you're supposed to present it. So report writing is very essential. Now, for report writing, always keep this in mind. You have to write it in past tense. There shouldn't be any emotions, because then your report writing will become a composition one. So this is your report writing and not a composition one. You have to give your emotions. You don't have to. It's just a report. So it has to be in a very precise manner. This part is a very scoring part, so write it precisely, touch all the points, write short sentences with correct grammar, right? So this is a very important one. So you must know that how you have to write it. Now, so for example, you're getting this in your question, that write a report titled deadly road accident using the following points. These are the points that will be given in your question paper. That is date, time, place, cause of accident, loss of life, rescue operation, eyewitness account, overall opinion. So you immediately keep this in mind, that I have to write on basis of all these points, right? You cannot miss any point. Write it in short sentences, touch all the points with correct grammar. Now, there is a certain format to write report writing. Now, this is very important. Three things you have to keep in mind. For report, you need to have a headline, byline, dateline. Headline, byline, and dateline. What is headline? As we have all seen in newspaper, a report without a headline has no meaning. So you must give a headline. So in our case, we already have a title mentioned in the question paper. So you immediately give that. You don't have to think much. In the middle, right, not here or not here, but in the center, in the middle, it looks nice. So you write it in the center, you write this as your headline, and you have this in the question paper. But in case you don't have, then you immediately think of it. Below that, in the right hand side, you write the byline, that is by a staff reporter. You give the byline, and then just leaving a line, you give the date line. Just from where the margin starts, you give the date line, right? Just from where the margin starts, you give the date line. Since it's a date line, but first you will write the place, that is Jamshedpur, comma compulsory, May 7, comma 2020. This is the way you're going to write. Then give colon, and immediately your report should start from here, continuing from here, and you end your first paragraph. Then second paragraph again starts from here, so alignment should be there. So this is very important. Headline, byline, dateline. First place, comma, then May 7, comma 2020, and immediately you start from here. This is how you are supposed to do the report writing. This is the format: headline, byline, and dateline. Now, how you will begin your report writing? So you can begin your report writing keeping this in mind, that what happened, where happened, when, and how. These four things you have to keep in mind: what, where, when, how. So a horrible road accident took place between a Maruti car and a bus near. Then give a place of your choice. Around, give a time. Then immediately you talk about the cause, that how it happened. Both vehicles collided each other due to carelessness while driving fast. So this is how you touch all the points, that who all died, who all came to rescue them, to take them to the hospital. Eyewitness, you must give eyewitness account. You name that person and give quotes. Give what he has to say on that situation. So you give that in quotes, and you give an overall opinion that they should have been a little careful while driving. You give that opinion, right? So this is how you need to follow the correct format of the report writing, and this is how you're supposed to end it. Keep it precise, write in correct grammar. There shouldn't be any spelling errors, short sentences, no emotions. It's a report. Write it precisely, and that's how you can do it. So keep practicing. Read a newspaper report. I'm sure you will get hack of it, that how you're supposed to do it. So keep this thing in mind: headline, byline, and dateline. This is how you're supposed to do your report writing. So thank you. Study well.